You are now listening to The Black Spark, a podcast about actively balancing healthy relationships,
mindful parenting,
and mental and physical wellness in this crazy world.
I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us.
Welcome to The Black Spark.
Welcome to The Black Spark. I'm your host, Nia.
And I'm your host, Adai.
And we are back for another week. So this episode will likely air after Juneteenth. So shout out to all of us who got the day off.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Did you get a day off last year?
No, I don't think
Congratulations.
so. Well, actually, Juneteenth
Welcome
was
to the
on
crew.
a Sunday.
Oh. Yeah, and that was the first time, and they said they would figure it out. And we were all like, of course we're going to do a Monday. What are y'all doing? That's what y'all do.
How was your
Time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. See, I don't know what's going to be relevant for when it comes out, but yeah, my time has been excellent. Lots and lots, even more than you'd think the fact that kids are out of school would mean that I'm less busy. But for this short period of time, they're home. So I'm juggling the way I was when I first started my new job. And it's challenging. But the kids are doing exceptionally well. And they be trying to play me every day.
They had great report cards.
Yes.
Great report cards, amazing improvements. It's been, they're excellent. They're excellent.
Yes, so we've complained the entire year to y'all about what these damn kids is doing. But all of the complaining actually comes with a lot more nurturing when we're not recording. And so a lot of time and energy has been put into these people, and they have stepped up their games. And I'm really happy for them. And most importantly, the boy, he got some confidence in him now.
He's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
And shout out to our listeners. I've had a couple calls from people who listen to the show. People asking about how to get your kid tested, different things around advocating for your student. What's the difference between an IEP, 504? What are some signs, some behavioral signs that are listed typically as difficult behaviors, but could be signs of giftedness. So just lots of conversation around that. So yay for us being able to help folks out. So it's really difficult because Adai has a pimple right here. So when I look that way, it's really difficult for me.
You could change sides back to my original side, just like how you do me every few years on the bed. You're like, I think I want this side now.
It's good for your back.
All your stuff.
It's good for your back.
It's my couch.
To switch sides. Anyway. So yeah. So
shout out to all of the little fifth graders who made it through to the next level.
Yes.
I had a great time at the graduation party with some friends. Got to catch up with folks. It was, I wouldn't even say it was bittersweet because they knew we were moving to a new school. And it was just like, yo, we're going to see you this summer, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. I'm excited to finally kind of plant some roots down in our new area while also still nurturing, the relationships and friendships that we have. So yeah, we're expanding our reach, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's weird to celebrate a 5th grade graduation for me because from New York City, everybody graduates in 6th grade. So this is weird, but it is what it is.
Oh, the number didn't mean nothing to me. I was just like, they made it through. Happy for them. Milestone, let's go.
I don't know. I feel like nowadays, at least here in LA, it just seems like everybody makes it through. I don't know what you have to do to not move up to middle school.
I mean,
other than maybe like a bunch of absences. Yeah, stuff don't have a due date. Like you can take tests. Tests are not on a specific day.
I'm sure it was that way back in the day too. Think about the people who got left back. You knew he was gonna get left back.
But they weren't putting in their homework on time. These kids ain't got that. You do homework, you don't do homework.
Really?
Yeah, it's not.
I didn't even know.
No.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I will say, as I get older, I meet older folks, and I'm not challenged. I am a little bit surprised at how some folks my age and older still have so much healing to do.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, damn, like the people I'm used to working with who need help are younger than me. And it's interesting. I got my own shit to deal with, but yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I'm just starting to be more in intimate space with other human beings, and they're actually willing to share. So
I don't know. I think that you being in higher education is a place of learning. You've always been in that space where people are learning and growing, where generally in the general population, from what I can tell, there is a serious sense of arrested development across the board. People stop growing emotionally in their mid-teens to early 20s, like stunted. So if it were not for the higher education space or the therapy space or the coaching space, we wouldn't. I mean, look at our families.
It's true.
I mean, they're regular people out there doing, regular people's
stuff.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's about them damn kids.
Let's
talk about them damn kids.
I love you too much. Do it louder. What is happening?
Like I said, these kids be trying to play me. They on some wild summer stuff already, and it's only day 1-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can't give them any choice because now these got a little extra privilege. Talking about, I don't want no cereal no more. Oh, can I have some cereal? Oh, oatmeal? I don't want my oatmeal that way. Oh, can't you make pancakes? Oh, I don't like eggs no more. You know what? When we go to the store, like I told you, we walking around and you gonna help me find what we gonna eat.
So
I do. I've complained the last few episodes about food. And some of it's on me, and we're working on different foods. But I've been telling them, yo, come and figure out what you want when we go to the store. And these fools keep running around, jumping, and trying to flip in carts and roll.
I feel like this is our fault, though, because they have a number of friends who, at this point, are making their own meals because the parents were like, you know what? Guess what I'm not finna do?
Yep.
Figure out what y'all gonna eat.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, at least educate them on what is appropriate to eat too.
No,
because I'm not gonna have this dude wanted to have a freaking turkey and whatever crackers snack pack for breakfast the other day, and I was like, you gonna go to school and cause trouble for your teacher because your brain is malnourished.
I will say
I'm not gonna be to blame for that. I don't need you calling me in the middle of work no more.
My mother is not a morning person, and my father had to be to work at 6 a.m. in Manhattan.
So what did you eat?
I either ate or I didn't. No one knew and no one cared. And there was no breakfast at school. So
I went to school to have breakfast. I didn't have it, but yeah.
I ate Pop-Tarts.
Oh.
I ate cereal. I ate oatmeal packets. That was it.
And you turned out okay.
I'm not saying that I turned out okay. I'm just saying that, they can figure it out. I bought them some frozen breakfast sandwiches. They can learn how to heat them things up.
Sanai, real talk. She told me it tasted bad from smelling it. And then she cried. I was like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. So Kyrie and Tatum love those breakfast sandwiches.
Which one?
The croissant with the cheese and eggs.
Oh, because I thought that one of them might be upset with that one because it's egg white.
The little one was vexed. And then she's sitting next to me and she proceeds to almost lick it. And I'm like, what are you doing? I want to taste it. Now bite it, yo. But it tastes bad. But you haven't bitten it.
Yep.
Anyway,
Okay.
so
So there's options. We gotta think of some other options and give them.
they gotta take control. So there's some teaching that's going on. We like to vent on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And my man, so he's loving the robotics class. We went to one a few weeks ago, and he really liked it. And then when we got up to actually go to the next one, it was in a different location. He didn't understand it. I didn't explain all of that, but I was like, we're going to the robotics class. I'm thinking that's enough information to get you excited because you loved the last one. So you don't need to know where we going, how long it's going to take, all that jazz. Come to find out, the source of his complaint was because I had brought the iPads out of the house, he's now looking forward to playing on the iPads. But when can we play on the iPads? Why can't I play on the iPad? No, man, you'll never get to play in the AM. It's always after lunch. I told his sister that. He was standing there like an hour earlier. We in the car. But Papi, can we play on the iPads? No, you can't play on the iPads. But why not? I already explained that, son. And we had implemented the 2-question rule.
2-question rule now. You can ask 2 questions per topic. They cannot be just the same question repeated over and over again. Choose the appropriate questions to get you the information that you
really need. Yes.
So ask the right questions, because after 2 questions, we are moving on.
Done.
We are not talking about this anymore.
No.
And you need to move on whether you like the response or not.
Yes. So eventually he calmed down. But the boy was about to cry when I'm driving him to the thing that he said he wanted.
And he loved it.
And the coaches liked him, and they said he was cool and blah, blah, blah. He's
and
all
they
excited.
met triplets.
They met triplets. Yeah, that was fun. We stuck around for a while after that, just hanging out. You saw. So.
All right.
Yeah.
My turn.
I guess you could talk about the damn kids now. Go ahead. Oh, you about to tell them that you don't do nothing?
No. Well, now I have to, since you said it. So Kyrie has taken to telling me that I don't do anything. All I do is go on my computer, go to sleep, go to work, come back home, go on my computer, go to sleep, go to work. That's all.
That's how Mama does. That's how Mama does.
I've given him multiple examples of me actually doing stuff. Most of my day today was spent filling out school registration paperwork. They give you like 30 pages of crap.
They did. It really was. It really was.
It
really was a lot.
So it's packet this thick, plus Sanai needs an EpiPen, so I got another packet, and then Kyrie has seizures, so I got another packet, and then I got to reach out to the doctors. So I was doing, but no,
you earned your keep this time.
Because all that is just on my computer, right? So wasn't doing nothing.
Wasn't doing nothing.
Anyway, so
just looking at your computer.
I will continue to give him examples of me doing things, although at this point it likely won't matter. But no, that's not what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about funk.
Oh, I need those hips.
One child is very funky. This person smells like onions.
Yo, the next one smelling, they ain't far behind. Trust, when I text you that, it was like 2 degrees difference.
So one person, just is always funky in the car, smelling like onions. And I probably said who it is before. So if you are, an astute listener, a devout listener, you will know who we're speaking of.
Yes, please.
So this person was funky in the car, and I am like, ooh, okay. I smell a huge whiff of onions in the car. I turn around. This person has their arm up like this, just fiddling with the roof of the car for no reason.
Didn't you talk about this last time?
No. I'm like, please
put your arm down.
They put their arm down. Couple minutes later, I hear rustling.
You sure did. I heard it too.
And I smell some more onions.
With a different taste. A little tangier.
I turn around. This person is now eating a bag of sour cream and onion potato chips. And I'm like, I'm gonna die in this.
Please open the windows.
I'm gonna die. Just no awareness whatsoever.
They go on nose blind. They go on nose blind. Oh God.
We are trying a new deodorant. With recommendations, we are trying Lumi. We're trying the Lumi cream. You know, Lumi goes everywhere. So all between your toes, in your fupa, you know, on the outer, in your outer groin parts, not anything inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in your butt crack. Some people need to put
Yeah.
deodorant in their butt crack.
I believe it.
It's gross.
I believe it.
So yeah, so we're trying Lumi. If Lumi doesn't work, Lumi is the last natural deodorant we will try.
Love the surgery.
After that, we are going to incrementally move up from Dove at the low end to Mitchum 48-hour strength at
Degree.
the high end. Degree is less than Mitchum.
Yeah.
Mitchum is.
You gonna go Mitchum on roll on
No.
or the spray? That spray was
No,
deadly.
Mitchum, the twisty cream one.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I used to
takes
use
3 days to scrub that off.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awful.
it's
I was
bad.
when they invented the aerosol
Mhm.
deodorant, I was so excited about that in high school and a little bit of college, spraying on my right guard. Look at me, it smells great. CFCs everywhere. Poison here.
But you smell good.
Smelled great. This is before Axe.
Yeah.
I never used Mitchum. I didn't realize it was that serious.
Mitchum. Yeah. So, well, I mean, we had to because some crazy person decided that it was a good idea to give high school girls gym as their first period or like the first period of their day. So sometimes I would start at third period and it would be gym. So what do you want me to do?
Shower after. I know.
There's no showers in New York City.
Yeah. It's not that way.
Yeah. So, and then like in the wintertime, then you got to put all your stuff on it.
Yep. I just used to be funky. Not too funky, not up here. But yeah, in the wintertime, it was like, yo, you're going to shower when you get home. Wow. Trudging through the snow. Yeah.
So yeah, that's them kids. And then, you know, wonderful Sinai. We just had their first swim lesson of the year, and compared to 2 years ago, she is not panicking anymore. She is being amazing. So shout out to all of them are doing really well.
Yeah, they did very well.
We're excited to have more craziness from them since now it's summertime.
Real talk. Somebody tried to complain about why we need to go to swim class. I thought we was gonna go to YMCA. No, this is the private one that you got last year. Oh, why do we have to? Got in the water. It was so nice, swimming like they was on vacation, having a good old time. Big old cheesy smiles. I was like, you know what?
How do you handle negative emotions in relationships?
I don't do no drama.
Ooh.
Nah. I'm glad you asked that question.
Throw the whole person away.
Trash it. Dash shit to it. I mean, it depends. If the negativity is directed at me and I have somehow, and I can see how I'm at fault for something, I just sit there and listen. Except sometimes when you say it, I'm just brush you off. But in a professional setting, I'm like, oh, say more. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Tell me more. I just listen. Mm-hmm. And if it's directed at me, you know what? Okay. If I did this, yeah, I hear you. And I diffuse. Mm-hmm. I go in and I diffuse the whole situation. I'm like, you know what? I'll do better. Because I learned through Landmark, you just got to accept what it is and making a new commitment. And usually things are resolved. But if it's somebody complaining about somebody else, mm-hmm. I will listen for a little bit, and then I'll go like I did recently, and I go, so what are we gonna do about this? Matter more precisely, What are you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to contribute to the solution? In what ways did you contribute to the cause?
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's only but so long that I'm going to listen to you. Friend, professional, colleague, whatever it is, it's only but so long that I'm going to listen to you before I say, so what are we going to do about this?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I don't do gossip and drama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll sit and listen to a little bit of gossip, but then I've always got my coach hat on. I'm like, so you thought about why?
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for. I would say like, I feel bad for this person. Like,
Yeah.
you sound like the way you make them sound like they could use some love. Like, but you just complaining about them. And usually they'll be like, oh yeah, I know, but like, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, yeah, I don't do drama, and I won't entertain it very long. I'll be like, yeah, I don't know that person like that, and I haven't heard that. So yeah, if it's a matter of somebody being angry at me, and I feel like it's justified, then I'll be like, all right. But if I'm like, yo, I'm angry too. You ain't hearing my shit. That's what goes into my head. I'm like, I'm angry too. You ain't hearing my shit. I would say, you know what? I'm not ready for this conversation. I don't think this is going to be productive.
Yeah.
I am not prepared to have this conversation. I feel some things about what you're saying, and I don't think it's going to be productive if we engage. So I'm just back up.
He does do that.
Yeah, I do that. If I feel like I got some shit to say, I'm like, yeah, we both feeling hot. Let's withdraw the troops until we calm down. But if I could, like I said earlier, if I can clearly tell that I had some responsibility, I'm like, you know what? Oh, no, you're right. I meant to have done that. You're right. No complaints from me. You're right. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what you do.
It is. That's what I do. It's important to just take responsibility, because the thing that the person is upset about could have been festering.
Yeah.
And you could have done something about it. And we know, for the most part, we know if we're paying attention. Right? And so by the time it shows up, you done thought about it 2 or 3 times, and you probably could have fixed the shit before. So now you just gotta fucking sit there and lie there and take it. And then the best part is just say, oh, you're right. My bad, yo. I fucked that up. So, and then you make a commitment to doing it right next time. So, yeah. That's what I got. Loving. That's what I got.
I don't really deal with anger very much in relationships. This is a really difficult question, because what Adai started with saying was, I don't do drama, is the truth for us. And not just in this relationship, but in almost all of our relationships.
In the life.
So it's a really difficult question, because it's like, okay, well then,
ain't no space for that.
We don't really need to. If anything that I can do would make you this angry, or if this is your automatic response,
yes, there it is. Flip that up.
Some regular stuff, or a regular miscommunication, or a generally stressful day, then I'm not interested in being in a relationship. Now. Yeah, we can cut it off now.
I get off this. This is my stop.
I don't know how to speak to, counsel, coach, what have you, folks who are in love and in relationship with people where they have anger and aggression issues. It is something that I specifically looked to not have in relationships. So
yeah, so when I was younger, I'll give y'all a little nugget. When I was younger, I used to just laugh at people in their face when they act crazy with me. Or if I could tell it's like unjustifiable anger and it's clearly not, I didn't do anything, I just laugh. I'd be like, yo, you bugging. Why you laughing at me? I'm upset. Because you wilding. And I don't do this. So it tickles me. Because you got a problem. That was then. I don't laugh in their face. I laugh inside now. And then I find the compassion and I speak positively about them. But I used to laugh. They'd be like, why are you laughing at me? I'm like, because it don't make no sense. You don't see how this don't make no sense? You clearly upset about something else, but you're taking it out on me. That's not on me. This is funny.
No, I had a similar experience with my one of my ex-boyfriends.
There was someone before me.
I don't know how we ended up having some sort of beef with his mom, and somehow we ran into her. Either we were leaving the house and she was coming in, or something like that, and she just started yelling at him and me about something, and I just kept walking, and he's like yelling back to her, and they're arguing or whatever, and I'm just like, can you open the car door? Like, I'm trying to leave. And so they back and forth, and we get in the car. He's like, why you just walk away? Why you ain't say nothing back?
This is your mother.
Why would I?
That's your territory, bro.
Why would I?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What are we gonna get from this?
Yeah.
What is the purpose? I
He
have
probably
nothing.
was looking for you to at least say sorry.
It was no.
Oh, no. He
No.
wanted you to fight with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wanted to
I'm
go
not
toe to
trying
toe
to
with his
fight.
moms.
No.
Nah.
This seemed like a YouTube kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, that's not
And
me.
even if she got some slick shit to say to me, okay, girl, go
Mhm.
off.
Mhm.
Like, you yelling at a teenager at this point. So, like, enjoy,
Enjoy.
from the back, because I'm walking away.
Yeah.
So, I think, we've spoken about this a number of times. Like, I don't engage. So,
Just engage.
and that's really frustrating for
What?
some people.
Oh yeah, because they're paying body. They want to latch on to something.
Yeah.
They want you to feel the suffering that they're experiencing.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped laughing, because I learned that they just hurt and they want you to hurt too. And
Yeah.
they need something more.
So maybe don't engage.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Ask Kadai, where we read and answer a question from you, our listener family. Send your questions to itstheblackspark@gmail.com or message us on Instagram @theblacksparkpodcast.
Is there anything you've always wondered about me but have hesitated to ask?
Yeah, it's not really good for the air, baby. It's not for them, girl. Come on. Yeah, I'm about to go with like number 2 or 3 on that list.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Okay.
What motivated you back in the day to read the Bible and then to read it so many times?
I think I've only read it twice.
Okay. I mean, that's more than I have read it.
That answer is very, very simple.
Mm.
The first time, if y'all didn't know, I used to carry a Bible.
She did. We have multiple Bibles in this house.
We do. I used to carry a Bible with me in my bag. I think I started carrying it in high school. Well, in New York City, we would commute to school via bus and or train. So I had at least an hour at the minimum to be doing something. So when I wasn't listening to Method Man or Onyx,
You weren't
or
listening to them at the
DMX.
same time as you're reading the Bible?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be
Thou
surprised.
shalt not! Throw your cross in the air.
Wow. So I had grown up apparently as a Christian. My grandmother was a street preaching evangelist.
Mm-hmm.
And, my mom was Christian. My father, I guess he was Catholic. He did the cross
really?
at the table for prayer.
Mm.
So many of my degenerate uncles were preachers in some way, shape, or form. So it was just now my immediate family, we didn't go to church. If I wanted to go to church, I would go to my grandmother's house, where she went to different churches here and there. And then sometimes we just had church in the house
room?
that she squatted in's living room. So
Damn, you just layering it on. You're like, with all of this hypocrisy, I need to read the good book. I need to know the real word.
So that is exactly why. Because I was like, I can't say that this is what I am. And I don't even know what it says.
Mm.
So, they have like what's called a 1-year Bible where
Yes,
it breaks
I
it
know.
up and you read, but this particular one, you would read a passage from the Old Testament and a passage from the New Testament every day.
Mm.
So that was where it started. And when you read a book like the Bible, which is just a compilation of many people's stuff, you don't get it the first time because it's not actually cohesive.
No.
So you don't get it. You're just reading it. And I mean, what is it? In Numbers or Deuteronomy, whichever one, is just in such and such begat such and such. And
No,
such
that's
and
Genesis.
such begat. It's not Genesis. Such and such begat this and he begat that. And I'm like, okay. Cat. So so then I read it again later to try to actually get more of it. And then the same boyfriend with the argument mama, he was a mini hotep. And so he put me on to the lost books of the Bible, the Apocrypha, and all that kind of stuff.
Come on.
And so I have some of those books, but I didn't read all of those books because by that time I was like, okay, so Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the names of these books are supposed to be the names of some apostles that walked with Jesus, but it's not actually the ones who walked with Jesus, and that these books weren't made or created or
by those people.
By those people. They were made like 60, 70, 80 years later by randos.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. So then I was having a whole crisis of faith.
Yep.
And my mom, she still feels like me going away to college is where I completely went astray in terms of Christianity. Because before then, I chose to get baptized at age 15 after having read the Bible. And I was like really starting to come into my Christian self. And it inspired her to get back to her Christian faith. Mm-hmm. But then by the time I was 17 and off to college, I was there for a year.
Came back
And it was like, nope.
Piercing tattoo.
Yep, not doing it. But yeah, no, at college, I actually tried to find primary sourcing for the actual life of a man from Judea named Jesus who performed these miracles and did these things. And I could not and still cannot find any primary sourcing on that. So for me, it was like, okay, well then I guess I'm going to have to reevaluate this entire situation. And to this day, I think all things that Jesus is said to have said are great. I think the personage of Jesus is amazing, and I think that we should all be trying to, what would Jesus do kind of thing. I think we should all be trying to live like Jesus. But I don't necessarily believe that Jesus is the only way.
It's not possible.
I think that, Jesus is a way and a good way. And I think that Jesus ain't never said, build a church up after me and run around the world killing people,
murdering people
in
my name. Ooh.
Jesus ain't never said that. So
he said take their blood. Right. He said take my blood.
Right. So there are just a lot of things that people
human beings, corrupt man,
people who are of all faiths do that I just don't want to be associated with.
Yeah.
Even if I think the crux of your religion is amazing. So I am respectful of all things. And I have other spiritual texts. I'm in the middle of the Quran. I have I can never pronounce
the Bhagavad Gita.
There you go.
You still have that copy, right?
It's outside.
It's outside, right?
Mm-hmm. I have some African spiritual religious texts.
Yeah, some native folks.
So I have, there's this really good book called God is Red. That's a really good book about Native American spirituality. And I know that that's a crazy thing to say because there are so many different
spiritualities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I read the Bible.
I'm like, girl, you telling everybody everything. I was just looking for the
Sorry.
primary text.
Sorry.
No, you good though. I'm like, how brave is she gonna be here? This is okay. Open up a whole can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
I'm
love
glad-
you. God love me. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Nia's need to know.
How this chick.
It's Nia's need to know.
Ratchet random.
It's Nia's need to know. It's
Yes,
Nia's need
my
to know.
turn.
Nuggets win. Yay.
Oh, that's right. Yay. Good for them. Yeah,
And this is going to be like a week late because
yeah,
by
they
the time
didn't sweep, but damn, they came in and blazed the whole damn league.
Blue Ivy been showing out, y'all. Okay, after that first time when we talked about when I said she just wasn't dancing full out, she got to come into herself. She's only 11.
She tightened up.
Child.
Have you've actually seen it?
Yes.
Nice.
She is showing.
That's
out.
why you want to go to the show?
I do want to go to the show.
That's
Whether
why you
she's
wanna
there
go
or
to the
not, I
show?
still want to go to the show. But good for her. Sometimes you just got to get your legs up under you. Just got to get, so shout out to her. Shout out to her parents for empowering her that way, right? To say, hey, girl, it's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know the steps and you could, you didn't give it your all,
Yeah.
but you still did something amazing that no one else your age has done. Perform with Beyonce in front of a crowd of 70,000 people in another country. Like, come on. And then to just get better and better and better and better every time. I mean, I can't wait to see what she's going to produce in her life, whether she goes into music or not.
Good for her.
Again, we're recording this early, but at time of taping, Trump is set to be arraigned, and he needs to have a Florida lawyer there to represent him. Many of his lawyers have quit, and he is having trouble finding a lawyer to represent him tomorrow, and he might end up having to get Tuesday, June 13th, my bad. He might end up having to get a public defender. And
this wealthy bankrupt man.
He's not bankrupt, but
he's like
more than
5 times bankrupt.
Well, yes, that's true.
So that means he's in the negative, even though anyway. He gonna end up with a public defender. That's so hilarious.
I mean, we don't
You're
know what's
supposed
going
to
to
be above
happen.
the law when you got money, but if he ends up with a public defender, that is the ultimate irony.
It's crazy.
Nobody wants a business with him. People be having his back, but where the lawyers at? People be having it back in terms of Trump this, Trump that. Wait till this. But everyone who gets close to him is like, yeah.
He's going to pull you right down into the slime.
I can't do this.
So what are your thoughts? Because there's a huge political, ideological conversation happening now that Trump has been indicted. And this is just the first federal indictment. We're still waiting on the indictments regarding January 6th, and then the indictments from the Georgia, where, the fake electors, that kind of thing. So there's a conversation happening that we are in a new political time, a new political era, where you can't just take the high road. And so a lot of people are upset that Biden, the White House, the Democrats aren't out in front saying how much of a danger he has put the country in with the stolen foreign intelligence secrets, our military intelligence secrets, just warfare secrets, just all this kind of stuff, just sitting in a bathroom in some boxes, completely unsecured, and how it's a country club where he's got, he's hosting all these people from all these different
international
places,
folks, yeah.
And they, so he's put the entire country at risk, and the White House and the Democrats are taking the high road and not saying enough in a strong enough voice of, we cannot let this person be elected again. We cannot let him be, even win the primary. Like, we can't, because this is what he's done to the country. But they're like, if we get into it, then we are politicizing it. and that's going to make it worse. So tell me what you think about that. Which side do you fall on? Like, should they say something? Should they speak up? Should it be Biden who speaks up? Should it be some of his surrogates who speak up, like maybe some senators or representatives, or should they just stay quiet? Because there's a void, and Trump is filling the void. He's already, since he's been indicted, he's at a rally in Georgia at the
since he's been indicted, he's still doing it
from the Republican convention there, and then I think one in North Carolina. So he's filling the void with whatever he want to say.
But I don't know. So, well, the question of my thoughts on what they should do is, I don't think whether they do something or say something or not, it is going to be sufficient to sway those who believe in Trump.
Oh, no. So this is not for Trump believers. Trump believers are Trump believers. We're talking about the middle, the independents.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. There is enough independent media. I'm doing that with air quotes. There's enough people out there spreading or disseminating some of the factual information about the depths of the corruption of this human being. And so I feel like people are getting their information. I
think they're getting the information, but do you think that it matters whether it comes from an actual government official, like a senator, like a Democratic senator, a Democratic House leader, or the president?
I think so if we want to go the whole bipartisan situation and we want to talk about those in power, yeah, sure, they should say something. I don't know that it should be Biden because he would be the immediate obvious opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And so, sure, someone should say something. However, anybody who pops their head up,
mm-hmm.
is now a target.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem for them because they're literally in physical danger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because of the depth of psychosis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, I don't think those people are prepared to die and have their homes invaded and fucking all the awful shit that's happened to people. So, yeah, technically they should say something, but I think it's more of a philosophical thing. It's not so much about Trump, but the ideas. And so they should be talking about these challenges, these ideas, the things that he's presenting are a danger. But they are doing that. I'm hearing that.
Yeah, but I don't. So the argument is that they're not pressing the issue of how much danger this
nation is
in because of this person and what he has done. They're not saying that enough in strong enough terms. And Trump is completely downplaying it. Oh, it's not espionage. Oh, it's not this. Oh, it's not that. Like, they're just making it a big deal. And we really need to be looking at Hunter Biden. So,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So I'll say the final thing. People they got all kinds of fucking false narratives out there. And so, I don't know. I can't even blame them. First of all, I have no faith in any of the system. I'll still vote. Mm-hmm. I have no faith in any of them. Mm-hmm. But it's like people are believing and producing information that's not based in fact either, but they're also finding enough of the breadcrumbs that lead in the other direction to be like, look at these disparate facts and patch them together, and they said this, but look at the laptop, and they said this, but look at Hunter Biden, and they said this, but look at what they're doing for the trans agenda, and mm-hmm. they said this, but look. And so if anybody pops their head up, those who want to believe will believe, and those who don't won't. And
and that's what I'm saying. It's not about the believers and the non-believers already.
Saying those who don't give a damn, who are the ones in the middle.
I don't know if they don't give a damn.
They're not to be convinced. They don't really say much of anything significant outside of election time.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying is the problem. Yeah.
They're like, it ain't time to be reelected. So let's just keep pushing on these agendas that we're working on. Let's keep signing these bills. Let's keep getting people added to the voter rolls. Like,
and people are saying that we're past that. We're not in that political era anymore. You can't move like that no more. So
you gotta. They're saying join the fight.
Yeah,
and go tit for tat until the next November time comes up.
Push back with facts.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll see. We'll see. This week, I learned that Khalees might be dating Bill Murray.
I saw that.
And I don't understand it, but more power to you. Eve started dating that billionaire white dude. She has had an amazing life since. She just gone off, living in another country, had a baby, enjoying herself. She loves it. And I look at that guy and I'm like, she says he can't even dance. And I'm like,
yeah. So what you doing?
I need a person who can dance. Regardless of where they come from. Please be able to
wiggle and move.
Yeah.
Feel some rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway. And I bring that up because that guy is also older. I think by quite a bunch.
Really?
Older than Eve.
Oh, I didn't know that. I figured he was older.
Not as much as Khalees and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
But there's just a rash of sexiness in old white rich people, more rich men. Because I think Robert De Niro or somebody is having a baby.
Really?
Al Pacino, 80-somethings, having a baby.
With that 25-year-old lady who's dated other old people?
Yeah, is it Robert De Niro or is it...
No, Al Pacino.
It's Al Pacino and then another person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now Khalees might be dating Bill Murray. I mean, I don't see it, but if you see it, sis, you like it, I love it, girl.
That's what you learned?
That's what I learned.
Wow.
I might need to look into this.
No, it's funny you mentioned that. This week, I knew this, but I relearned it due to the fact that I've been on the receiving end and on the giving end of this particular philosophy. It's all about the relationships. We can get so much more done through relationships than structured authority. Folks will move mountains and bend rules for you when you're in good relations with them, and the other side holds true as well. So, I'm not gonna go too detailed into it, but in recent few days, I've listened to people talk about how they were in hot water, and because of this relationship, they managed to get something done. And then I've helped not just colleagues or personal friends, but some of the younger folks I work with through some things. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I got you. Yeah, I'll help you. Because we've had a relationship. They're like, oh, this and that and that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, and I got you. Don't worry about it. But so-and-so said, I don't worry about what so-and-so said, man. I know so-and-so. It's cool. And so, but I've listened to older brothers talk about what they've done for some folks and how they move some serious mountains. I'm like, damn, you got pulled like that? No, I don't got pulled. I know people who got pulled, and I have good relationships with them, so they pull for me. Okay, so yeah, keep your relationships up. Yeah,
I agree.
Spark your relationships up.
Spark it up.
Thanks for checking us out. Remember to follow us on Instagram at The Black Spark Podcast.
And if you like what you hear, leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening.